Hello students. Today we are going to deal with VI characteristics. VI characteristics లో దేని యొక్క VI characteristics అనేది I'm going to tell you. When we consider a PN junction, as I already explained you in the class, it is a P type, and whereas this is an N type. So N type lo majority carriers are electrons, and P type lo majority carriers are holes. It doesn't mean that there are no electrons. There are minority carriers here, and the holes are here minority carriers. As I told you, there will occur a depletion layer when the electrons here diffuse, and then they will be combined with the holes here in this, and hence there will be a depletion layer formation. This I explained you in the class, that's why I'm telling you so roughly. So as I told you, because of this, there is a depletion layer due to the diffusion of the electrons from the N type to the P type. So this also states us about the energy band diagram. Like if you see the energy band, it is very evident that because of this process, so and so energy band gap has formed. It is there in the PDF which I have sent you. So the leftover thing is VI characteristics, in which we are going to deal with forward bias and reverse bias. Forward bias and reverse bias. I already explained you about this in the classroom, and once again I am going to tell you. In forward bias, the depletion layer is thin. In reverse bias, the depletion region is thick when compared to forward bias. So this is depletion region. This is depletion region in forward bias. This is P type. And this is N type. P type and N type. In forward bias, the P type is connected to the positive terminal, whereas and the N type is connected to the negative terminal, whereas this is connected to the positive terminal. Pardon me students, I am very bad at diagrams, as you already know. Once again I am telling you, pardon me for this. So in this, sorry, this is P type kada. Identi negative terminal, this is positive terminal. Always remember students, in forward bias, P type and positive is always connected to the positive terminal, whereas negative is terminal to the N is terminal, and N type is connected to the negative terminal as present here. In reverse bias, the P type is connected to the negative terminal, whereas N type is connected to the positive. Always remember in this mannerism. Forward bias lo depletion region chinnadi, and in reverse bias depletion region is more. Okay. ఎందుకు చిన్నది ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు పెద్దది అనేది we are going to see. In P type, the majority carriers are holes. P type, the majority carriers are holes, whereas in N type, the majority carriers are electrons. Here also, P type, majority carriers are holes. Here they are electrons are the majority carriers. So when positive is connected to this, obviously this will have a repulsion. Positive terminal is connected to the holes, majority carriers of holes. Therefore, these holes will experience a pull towards the negative terminal. Holes will experience a pull towards the negative terminal. Avuna kada, the holes will then, when we give some voltage here, when we give some external voltage here, they will experience a pull towards the negative terminal. And similarly, the electrons here in the N type will experience a pull towards the positive terminal. If we increase the voltage to an extent, then they will be able to cross the depletion layer, and they will be moving towards the N type, as well as the electrons will be moving towards the P type if we increase the voltage. At this voltage, when the holes or the electrons have the ability to pass towards the depletion region, to diffuse towards the through the depletion region, this particular region is said to be, this voltage is said to be knee voltage. గుర్తుందా? ఎల్ఈడి ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేశారు, గుర్తుందా? ఎల్ఈడి ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్, VI characteristics. VI characteristics. Remember, students? As I told you on that day, I asked you to take the readings of 0 to some extent. But ఎందుకంటే you have started taking from 1, then I suggested you some, maybe few of them have not known, then I have suggested you to take 0 readings అనేవి 2 readings తీసుకున్న తర్వాత then I suggested you to take from the 1 2 3 voltage. Yes or no? Because ఎందుకంటే ఎప్పుడైతే మన వోల్టేజ్ అనేది ఒకనొక స్టేజ్ నుంచి ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తామో, యూజువలీ ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ జర్మానియం semiconductor, for germanium it is 1 to 3 volts. 1 volt ఇచ్చిన తర్వాతే the holes will then diffuse towards the through the depletion region. That's why this particular voltage is called as knee voltage. And from then on there will be a increase in the current because the holes and electrons are moving because of the external voltage supply. So the current will get increased once after giving the knee voltage. So this is about forward bias. When we talk about the reverse bias, this is LED kada. LED is just an example. This, what is it written in reverse bias? We have holes which are passing towards holes and eventi, they will be attracted towards the negative terminal. Yes or no? Holes here are the majority carriers, they will be attracted towards the negative terminal, and here the electrons will be attracted towards the positive terminal. Here we also have the minority carriers. Here minority carriers untaya leva? In p type we have the electrons as the minority carriers, in n type we have the holes as the minority carriers. Minority carriers, the electrons will have the ability to get attracted towards the positive terminal. Minority carriers, electrons will be moving towards this side. Minority carriers in n type are n ante negative. Indulo minority carriers em untayi? Holes ane untayi. These holes are being attracted towards the negative terminal. So here the current which is generated because of the minority carriers ద్వారా ఇక్కడ కరెంట్ జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. హియర్ మెజారిటీ క్యారియర్స్ ద్వారా current is generated. Because of majority carriers the current is generated, whereas in this reverse bias because of minority carriers the current is generated. Therefore by giving some voltage, after giving some particular voltage, we give the voltage to that extent, from that to that level extent, so that there will be a point when because of some external voltage, the minority carriers will pass towards the depletion region ద్వారా పాస్ అవ్వడానికి ఒక పర్టికులర్ వోల్టేజ్ అనేది నెసెసరీ అవుతుంది. From that, at that particular point, this is called as breakdown region. Okay, that region is called breakdown region. Here the knee voltage is responsible. The knee voltage is responsible. Sorry students, make this a single line. Whereas here some extent after that there will be a breakdown voltage. This is called as breakdown region. This is called as knee voltage. From then on this will get increased. As we go on, increase the voltage here. From that extent onwards we will be experiencing a రైజ్ ఇన్ ది కరెంట్. ఇక్కడ నుంచి కూడా we will experience a reverse current. We will experience a reverse current in here మైక్రో ఆంపియర్స్లో వస్తే ఇక్కడ మిల్లీ ఆంపియర్స్లో కరెంట్ వస్తుంది. వై? హియర్ మెజారిటీ క్యారియర్స్ ద్వారా, బికాస్ హియర్ ద మెజారిటీ క్యారియర్స్ ఆర్ జనరేటింగ్ ది కరెంట్, therefore the majority carriers are more, so the current which is generated is more. మిల్లీ అనేది పెద్దదా, మైక్రో అనేది పెద్దదా is the question which I am raising to you. Always micro is small. So micro is small కాబట్టి minority carriers here are generating the current. Minority carriers చేసే current అనేది very less. So it is in terms of micros. Here the majority carriers are generating the current. Therefore the current is because of the majority carriers. Therefore the current అనేది కొంచెం ఎక్కువ, it will be in terms of milliamperes. Milliamperes is more than microamperes. Okay, so this is the VI characteristics. This is about the VI characteristics. So further we'll deal with what is photodiode, what is solar cell, what are their VI characteristics, and we will also see about their what is happening in their mechanism, what is happening with the PN junction within themselves. Okay, so I hope you all got this.